It's now illegal for stores to sell drugs containing BZP, and party pill manufacturers are looking to create legal alternatives. But already New Zealand youths have found a new substance called Jenkem, and as David Farrier explains, it's a drug that comes from human sewage.
These pictures tell a story that's becoming increasingly common in South Auckland. 3 News understands an increasing number of youth are turning to Jenkem, a hallucinogenic recreational drug composed of gas made from fermented human sewage.
It's just easy, it's cheap, and it's just sweet. You get real high, real easy.
Doesn't it disgust you on some level what you're doing?
No, it's just like any drug. You just make it, and and it's just easy to make, and you're just using stuff. You're using stuff that your body already has, and just taking it into your body again.
It's a far cry from New Zealand's pea epidemic, and although Jenkem use is not as widespread, it has police and health officials concerned.
It's not so much the hallucinogenic properties, although that is still a concern. It's more about the health issues involved in dealing with raw sewage.
Reports of Jenkem first appeared in the mid-90s when it was discovered that Zambian street children were getting high by fermenting their own feces. Then, around July of 2006, Jenkem made the jump to America, as shown in a leaked memo from Florida's Collier County Sheriff's Office.
Cops are calling it Jenkem, or the human waste drug.
Jenkem is a homemade substance consisting of fecal matter and urine. The matter is placed in a bottle or jar and covered with a balloon. The contents of the container separate and release a gas which is captured in a balloon. Inhaling is said to have a high similar to ingesting cocaine, but with strong hallucinations. Jenkem is now a popular drug in American schools. Once it reached America, reports began to surface in other countries, and now the drug has reached New Zealand.
Quite a few people I know who are doing it. It's heaps of people where I live are doing it. I don't know how big it is in the city or whatever, but where I come from, a lot of people do it.
And where do you live?
Can I say on camera, or?
It's up to you, but it would be good to know where this is happening.
I live in Epsom.
Police are urging parents to be aware of Jenkem, as well as the drug's street names, which include Winnie, Waste, Runners, Might and Butt Hash. David Farrier, 3 News.
It's April 1st, so it seemed appropriate to do an April Fool's story. So here's David Farrier.
Cops are calling it Jenkem, or the human waste drug.
Right, if you didn't work it out while watching, the story before the break about Jenkem was a hoax. It was an April Fool's story, so if you got fooled into thinking fermented poo is the new pea, good, because that was the idea. Some clues should have given it away. Firstly, the interview set probably looked a little familiar, and our Jenkem user was actually 3 News editor Nick, so yes, guilty, we use an actor. But he assures us he's never been high from human waste. Have you ever been high from human waste?
No, I have not, David. Not at this stage, no.
Secondly, you should never ever believe a story that contains the term butt hash. Mind you, that didn't stop Fox News using the term in November last year.
Butt hash.
Unlike our story, Fox News took Jenkem seriously. You see, the Collier County Sheriff's report mentioned in my story was real. The sheriff really did type it up, proclaiming Jenkem was commonplace in American schools, all based on the testimony of one concerned parent. The first rule of journalism is to double-check a story. Fox didn't do that on this occasion. The pictures of Jenkem in the sheriff's report were faked by an internet user calling himself Pickwick and consisted of flour, water, beer and Nutella. For my story, I used peanut butter, water and my favourite toast topping, Vegemite. As for street children in Zambia, well, that's a curly one. In the early 90s, there really were several reports out of Zambia that street children were fermenting their own sewage to get high. I personally wouldn't believe this unless I saw it with my own eyes. Sadly, after the Fox News story went to air, several American teenagers did give Jenkem a go. I wouldn't recommend this after watching our story, but if you do, good luck. David Farrier, 3 News.